Kia ora. Tonight in this edition of City News. Civil Defence cancels official warnings for Mount Tongariro. However, volcanic alert stays at level 2. The Designer Runway Show raises funds for our branch of Dress for Success. And the Rotorua International Stadium is primed and ready for the ITM rugby season. Those stories and more are coming up next on City News. Civil Defence has cancelled official warnings for Mount Tongariro. However, the volcanic alert stays at level 2. Activity on the mountain since it erupted on Monday night has subsided and no ash is now being produced. The aviation colour code has been reduced to yellow. Emergency services and GNS scientists continue to monitor the mountain as well as White Island, where there are also signs of increased volcanic activity. And last night, the Rotorua X networking group held the Designer Runway Show, a fundraising event for the local Dress for Success. Rotorua X founder Darren McGarvey says for the past 3 years they have run regular events for the city's Generation X business owners and professionals. Mr McGarvey says this year they decided to mix it all up a bit, venturing into fashion and supporting a local worthy cause.
Well, the idea really came up a few months ago when we were sitting down mapping out the events for the rest of the year and decided we should have something quite fun without a formal speaker and get a charity in behind it that we could raise money for.
Dress for Success board member Melanie Short says they're a new charity and the support of Rotorua X is much appreciated.
I've worked with Darren before. I'm part of Rotorua X. I'm really thrilled to be part of that group. And earlier in the year we organised a power walk, and that was an inaugural event. And I invited Darren along, and he brought his kids, and he had a great time, and he really got it. You know, pretty cool for a bloke to get it first off. And he understood what we were trying to do in Rotorua, and he could see the need. So when I got the phone call, I was totally on board.
A red carpet event will mark the opening of an impressive art exhibition to run in conjunction with Wearable Creations. The art exhibition is the biggest of its kind for the region, showcasing more than 300 works created by 80 artists. The exhibition will have a red carpet VIP opening on Sunday, August the 12th, then will be open to the public. And in sport tonight, Steamers 15 made a good start to the pre-season campaign when they accounted for Hawke's Bay 15 at Whakatane yesterday. The Steamers led 21-7 at the break and went on to post a 29-12 victory. And they play another pre-season game here in Rotorua next week. Events and Venues Crispian Stewart says the Rotorua Stadium is groomed and ready.
Yeah, Tuesday afternoon, 2:30 kick-off. It's really their last hit out before the ITM Cup starts for Bay of Plenty, so that it's a selection of the probables, I suppose, versus the possibles, and gives them a pretty honest run leading into the ITM Cup. With club rugby now finished, that the players are all fully focused on the ITM Cup, so that their club fixtures are now.
So the blue and yellow is the focus now, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
Weather now brought to you by Trevor Robson Signs and Graphics Limited. Tonight becoming fine with southwest breezes, an overnight low of 1. Tomorrow Friday, morning cloud or fog and then fine with light winds, a high of 14 and a low of 2. And the outlook for Saturday, cloudy evening rain with northeasterlies strengthening, a high of 14 and a low of 7. The marine forecast for Lake Rotorua, southwest 10 knots easing to variable 5 knots in the morning, waves below half a metre, morning cloud and then fine. And still to come in tonight's program, Alan Solomon gets to test his acting skills while doing a story about the Rotorua Little Theatre Society. I meet Aladina Harunani and find out about his mixing of Māori and Eastern architecture. And Amanda Wells tells us about the upcoming Global Entrepreneur Mastermind or Gem Woman Conference.